Oh, sorry. Mr. O'Neill, sorry about that.
No problem at all. Can you hear me? Good afternoon. Am I coming through now?
Yeah, you excellent.
Okay, thank you. Um, I'm sorry, but I'm probably just going to subject you again to the same points you've already heard for most of the day. But especially the last gentleman, who brought out some very good procedural points. Um, the government makes our laws, and we don't dispute that. We might not always appreciate them or agree with them, but that's our system of democracy. But I think when we're changing laws, especially laws that relate to how we create our governments, we need to take a bit of extra care. We need to make sure we're doing it properly. Uh, and I don't. There's no massive time imperative on this legislation that has to be pushed through so quickly. I'm a professional. I like when I do a job. I like to know I've done it properly, and I think we're all the same. Um, and I'm also very evidence based. I've worked in public policy. I'm not a lawyer, but I work in law. Um, I guess I'm very evidence based, and one of the phrases I've got very used to saying over a career in government and other places is, "Oh, sorry, boss, I got that wrong," or "We're wrong. We need to change our stance on this," and that's evidence based. And I've read through a lot on this, and I'm not seeing any evidence that really supports a lot of these changes. If there was some evidence out that showed that disenfranchising people who are in prison actually has an effect either on her rehabilitation or on the electoral process that makes it a better thing, then great, let's get on and do that. But there is no evidence that says that. For the last 1993, 32 years, I think as one of the previous speakers says, 11 of the last 12 elections, we've allowed people to enrol and vote on voting day. Okay, the world hasn't ended. Yes, I accept there might have been a slightly larger pucker factor at the last election because it was a bit of a cliffhanger, but that's life in the fast lane. I'd sort of put forward that if you don't want that sort of thing, perhaps you're in the wrong game if you're getting into politics. That's just life, like how things happen. But I don't think we should be doing anything that makes it harder for people to do something unless there's really good reasons for that. And I'm just not seeing in this. I would love to say, well, gee, I've been educated. I've learnt some things I didn't know, and this is a good piece of legislation. I don't think it is, and I really oppose it. I do like that we are looking at how we scrutinise donations, but I don't think we're taking it nearly far enough. I think we need to be looking at, we need to be subjecting this to greater, not less scrutiny, maybe reducing the amounts that are required to be declared, by which I mean lesser amounts have to be declared, looking at services that are offered, not just financial donations. I understand there was one person in the last elections had the services of a private jet to get around New Zealand. I think that's more of a concern to me than a sausage sizzle outside the election hall. Thank you. That's all I've got. I know it's the end of the day. You've had a long day hearing probably all the same points, but that's me. I think we need to do more work on this before it progresses. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for participating. I do have a question from Celia Wade Brown.
Thank you. Thank you, Simon. We're still interested in all of this. I'm interested in particular in the donations aspect, and I wondered if you thought what the dollar value threshold should be. Obviously, you don't agree with going up from 5,000 to 6,000. And I wondered how much you thought the donations ought to be.
I've seen that. Sorry, that wasn't one of the questions I'd read up on, but
It's in your submission, yeah. I think.
Yeah, no, I did have it. I didn't think it would be one of the things I'd get a question on. I think for me, a maximum of 5,000, but I'd be happy to take it down to 1,000 because to me that's a lot of money. If someone's putting $1,000 into a party or something to do with an election, I think that's enough interest for me as just a normal Kiwi that needs to be tracked and recorded. Yeah, I mean, I think it should be a really low threshold. Yeah.
All right. Hey, thank you, Mr. O'Neill. Very good. Part of democracy. Glad you participated in it. It's very helpful.
Thank you.
Right, now we move to the Law Association of New Zealand.